Welcome to Straddleincome. We're here to help you make money. Today is December 16, 2020, Wednesday. In this video, we'll be talking about three things. One, the overall market. Number two, trades that are made. And then we'll be discussing one company. In this case, it's going to be FSLY. So let's jump right into it. The overall market, let's look at the chart here again. From this chart, this is the QQQ daily chart, the NASDAQ index chart. If we look at it, the area right here, the last couple of days where it has had a small drop, but it stayed above the 18-day moving average ago. But then in the last couple of days, the market, and especially the NASDAQ, has really rebounded from the 18-day moving average. And if we look at the 15-minute chart, the market actually today is opened much lower, but during the middle of the day, it actually went up because there are a couple of factors. Number one, the stimulus package, that there's a chance it will be coming out before the end of the year. Number two, the Fed has spoke about the different policies they will do to help the market and their overall confidence that Congress will pass the stimulus package for the American. So that really gave the market a strong boost, and then towards the middle of the day, it kind of just drifting up and up. This is especially obvious in the SPY chart. If you look at SPY chart, during the middle of the day, actually dipped a little bit, but then towards around 11:30, the market really rebounded higher, and then just kept on going. And then if you take one step back, look at the daily chart, the SPY also is rebounding back from the 18-day moving average. So overall, this is a really good indication to tell you that when the market actually dropped, look at the chart to see where it is, and it's above the 18-day moving average, and it didn't really give you the first warning sign, then it's a very healthy pullback. So that's about the overall market today. Now let's talk about the trade that I made. I didn't do too many trades this today. There are a couple of things. One, I bought an Apple short-term call for next week. Apple has definitely been trending in the last couple of days. Let's look at the Apple chart. The last couple of days, Apple has really rebounded higher. It's been pretty quiet after the split. After the split, it went back from 137 and just stay within this zone of 126. Then, starting from yesterday and then today, the Apple stock had a big jump. Consider the size of the company because the news that they're increasing the production of the iPhone 12, as well as rumors that they was getting to the EV business. So it was a really helpful news for Apple, and they jumped higher. And then today, even though the overall market is trying to stabilize, Apple stayed above this level. So in the very early in the morning, I bought Apple's call for next week. Then also I closed my Shopify trade. I had a Shopify bull post spread expiring January 15th. So the daily chart of Shopify, it really rebounded back from 1081 all the way to 1164 at the highest peak point. So when it actually actually had its run like this, if you look at the 15-minute chart, again, this is the 15-minute chart, the Shopify just kept on running the whole day, and it kind of stabilized around this area. So when it actually stabilized, and there was a strong volume of boosting the Shopify stock, so I decided to take a 60% of the profit and close this Shopify bull post spread. So with that being said, these are the trades that I did today. It's not much, but it's just one of those days that the market is really strong. I'll be patient and look for opportunities. Now let's switch topic a little bit. Let's talk about the company FSLY. So if we talk about Fastly, the company has been founded in 2011. They have a couple products. Their main product is the CDN. If you don't know much about a CDN, this basically stands for Content Delivery Network. So the Content Delivery Network, here's a graph to try to help you understand. Basically, you have your content here in the original server, but then you have clients in different parts of the world. So for content to transfer from here to, for example, Australia, it takes time for the content to go there, even though we're talking about the speed of the light, but it still takes time. So CDN, Content Delivery Network, basically put content in a server as close to Australia audience as possible. So that the fact that the signal doesn't have to travel that much a distance rather than half of the distance really helps with all the streaming videos, image, delivery different kind of content browsing the internet. So that's the main concept of the content delivery network. And Fastly, among its all other peers like Cloudflare, they also provide a content delivery network. But Fastly is different in the sense that they are also getting into the edge computing, security, and the video streaming business. They have a lot of clients, mostly in the media publishing, gaming, and e-commerce. As you can see, Amazon, Shopify, Spotify, and even Pinterest and Etsy are some of their clients. But the majority, one of the key reasons people know about Fastly is because they're the main provider of the TikTok content. And then when the TikTok was, having its issue with the U.S. government, Fastly stock really dropped. So it's kind of fascinating to look at a Fastly chart. Let me zoom out a little bit. So you can see the stock has really been under tremendous run, become one of the huge beneficiaries of the pandemic because a lot of people are working from home and the bandwidth of the internet is really a key things that are, all the companies trying to grow. So the Fastly has really been benefiting from this demand and kept going up because 50% of their revenue is coming from the TikTok video streaming. Now it's kind of slowly creeping back up at the around the 95 level. Their lowest was about 60 and 62. Now let's look at their revenue streams. So as I mentioned earlier, their revenue stream is coming from multiple different products. The core product, the media delivery, the CDN streaming, contributed about 50% of the revenue. And the other 50% are from the new products, the edge computing, the securities, the bot detection, the DDoS preventions, all those security related technology in the products. And zooming a little bit to look at their year-over-year performance. The blue bar chart is the revenue, the orange is the net income. And you can see their revenue has definitely grown a little bit year over year, but then also in the meantime, their net income has been shrinking. So overall, the company is not profitable, which a lot of the new IPO companies have a similar trend. They're not profitable, but they have good prospect going forward, especially given the fact that 5G, there's a lot of 5G content. We're talking about 4K content delivered on 5G network, and then there's the 8K content. The demand for content delivery network is going to be very strong in the coming years. And then if you look at the income statement over the quarter performance, this is actually a zooming view. You can also see quarter by quarter, their net income has shrinked a little bit. And their Q3 revenue is actually lower than the Q2 revenue because the TikTok incident. That's one of the key factors the stock dropped. The TikTok ban is no longer in the key spotlight. So there's discussion of Fastly can coming back and become another hot stock. So we will see. But in the essence, this is the company that Fastly a lot of people are interested about. So I want to make sure I can share my understanding about Fastly, and I hope this information is useful for you. So if you like it, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification buttons. So with that being said, thanks everyone for your time. See you in the next video.